after the knowledge of me finding out my birth certificate means nothing, I had no other option but to prove that my father was my father. So I called a advisor people, or I know they're linked to Gov UK. And when I called them, I was explaining my situation. I was like, yes, I was born here, and I know it seems small, I always say this, but it was impactful because of how I felt at the time. So when I told them, they was like, okay, well, you're not from here. And I was like, oh no, I was born here, I've lived here my whole life, etc. And she was like, if you don't have papers, if you don't have proof, you're not from here. And it's my home, do you know what I mean? And someone telling you that you don't belong here, that you're not from here, it almost makes your life seem like an illusion. And it makes you seem like as well, like when you walk through London, you can feel the power within like buildings, people walking around, and you feel like you're not part of that anymore. And my nan came here from Colombia, and my mum was born in Colombia as well. So my family, they have like very like Colombian or like Latin mentality where they always push through and they never sink into a situation. You never link emotion to the situation because it doesn't help. So when this whole situation with the bedroom tax was happening, my mum, my nan, they were like, don't think about it in this situation, you have to move on, So I was like, cool. And my uncle, he like pulled me up and he was like, listen, if you don't think about the situation, things are gonna happen. Those are the facts. He said he had one case of a woman where bedroom tax was introduced and her child she was getting benefits from the child, and then the child died of cancer. And then when the child died of cancer, she went to the government to see like what was happening because she was being paid. She was asking to pay extra. And they said, oh, your child's gone, but you still have to pay, and now you don't have benefits. So it became very overwhelming for her, hence why she went to my uncle for advice, etc. She lives in Battersea. And then it became too much to handle for her, and then she jumped off the bridge and died. When he told me that, it shook me. Because, not just because I thought it was going to happen to me or anyone that I know, but because death just always seems to be a reality check. I feel like the system I'm within is like a cryptic prison, because no matter what route I take, to do with my situation with the passport, like the more variables you have that doesn't please this country and the government, the more likely bad things will happen. I realized that I had to do everything by myself. Luckily, when I left my school, I was luckily to meet people that had completely different mentalities from everyone I've met before, and they weren't afraid to be more, like to expand, to want more and to know that they deserve more, because their talent, the content of their talent was as good as the people they were seeing with money. A lot of people mentally think they can't do a lot, so when they're pushed to a point where they either have to do more to survive or do nothing, a lot of the time they lose in that situation and other things occur. Like they have to sell stuff to survive, to make money, or they have to do other things outside of a system. When you do that for a long time, it makes you think you're a character that you're actually not, which is sad. But yeah, that's the reality of it. Words don't even matter when you can't even reach the people that are the ones making these changes. We always create this picture of an enemy. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to say these people, because there's people in charge, there's people with children, there's people, they're humans. So I'm going to say, if I had to say anything to them, was to have more empathy. And that's all I ask. To second guess yourself, to question everything, and to be empathetic. Yeah, a lot of people that grow up in these areas, they want independence, and you see it in people that, like in America, that come from the hood. The first thing they do is literally buy their independence. They buy these like chains, accessories, all of these things that are theirs because they've never had that before. And I don't want to slot myself into that same mentality because it's dumb in many like sense. But that is what I want. I want to have control of my own life because that's something that me and a lot of people don't have. I want to be able to control my environment, the people that can be introduced to my life. So this is a conversation I have a lot with my friends. And it's about this constant challenge between respecting your family, respecting their wishes, trying to survive, and then doing the opposite. And being in the creative arts is definitely a risk because everything is based on intuition, like how far you'll push yourself harder than anyone else, and moments of when you will grab it when no one else will. It's definitely a challenge. I mean, like every day when I go home to my mum, to my nan, there's some days they will scream at me because they have very fresh mentalities, so they will just scream for the sake of it. If they're feeling emotion, they're just gonna let me know straight away. And it does get me like vexed sometimes. But I always know, like I've been training way too hard, and I've been training harder than anyone else I know. And there's no way that I can compromise because I know what the end result will be. People feel emotion when they're in the present time. A lot of people don't think about the future. And because of my family's background, they've been brought up to always think about the present time, what's happening now, how are we going to survive now. And that's one gift I think being a Londoner has given me, has always been thinking about the future, that I can do more, that I'm capable of more. Because I have the tools, like, I was saying to my friend, like, I'm in a position where my ancestors haven't been in a very long time. Like, I have a chance, I have opportunity. Like, my nan moving to this country was like a step to say, like, I can do anything I want. And I'm willing to risk, like, what it takes to do so, because I believe in myself and what the end result will be. And if I don't, at least, like, I tried, do you know what I mean? If I work, I have to pay the full cover for my rent. And the career choice that I want is also a very demanding one. If I want to be very successful, I have to spend my full time doing it. So I've had to find not the most appropriate ways of making money to be able to survive, and using things within the government to loop myself in a system where I can survive. It's not exactly the best thing, but it's the only choice that the government has given me and many other people living in this block, living in my estate, living in like London. But yeah, if I work, I have to pay the full cover for the rent, which I can't do. And also, if I work, I still need to save up money before March to get a British passport for myself and my mum, which is up to £1,000 to £2,000. On top of that, I have to pay for studio, etc. I have to pay for, to travel to the studio, to do this, to survive. The government wants me to compromise so I can be within a system. I say the government because it's a collective, an idea. It's almost like a computer, and computers make mistakes. They lack human qualities like empathy or understanding or like critical thinking. I'm stuck within a loop, and I have to do what I have to do to be able to stretch my time enough to where I can be in a position in my career where I can almost like run out of the system. It's like I'm waiting for that door to quickly open so I can snatch my chance to run through. And at the moment, I'm just in the process of where's our money gonna come from? So if I'm honest, like, I'm stretching my time as much as possible so I can take that leap.